got a pickup video for you today. And Zelda's here with me, so if you hear any meowing, it's just her. I've got three trades I did, and I've got stuff from Target, garage sale, pawn shop, and eBay. So I guess I'll start with what I got from the garage sale. And I went today, and I had to go to the post office to drop off some larger packages. And on the way back, I saw a sign for a garage sale. Not expecting much because I haven't found anything yet at garage sales. I just decided to go because it wasn't too far. And I actually found a couple things. First, I found this Metal Mania 2004 DVD. And it has a DVD and a CD. And I mainly got it for one band, and that's Christian. It has a bunch of other bands on here. Moonspell's on here, they're pretty cool. Enslaved is on here. Then there's Trauma, Timat, Soulfly, MSG, TSA. That's all on the DVD. There's a bunch of other bands on the CD, but this was $1. So, I mean, Christian, some live footage of Christian is worth $1 to me. So that's another DVD for the collection. And then I also picked up this little tin that had a bunch of cards in it, and also something else. So you're seeing the clip right now that I took of the Pokemon cards that I got. And for anyone that's wondering, I'm not interested in trading or buying any Pokemon cards. I'm really not looking to get any more, but there was a whole tin of cards. There were the ones you saw in that little video, and there were also like baseball cards and some other random cards, and the whole thing was $1. So I didn't really want to pass that up. And then that little thing at the end is it's a Cracker Jack prize, and it has a Pokemon on the front, and it's like one of those little it's almost like a toy spyglass basically. But that hasn't been opened, and I got the DVD and all that stuff for $2. So I thought that was a pretty fair deal. But like I said, I've had a few people contact me asking me if I want to trade for some Pokemon cards, and I'm really just not looking to get any more. But thank you guys for your interest. So next up, from eBay, I was looking on eBay, the newly listed buy it nows, like I always do, and I saw this N64 game, and it was $12 with $2 shipping. So I picked it up, and that is Snowboard Kids 2. And the front's pretty good, but there's some writing on the back. At least the front's good, but I got this for $14 after shipping, and it's a $20 to $25 game. So that'll be a very easy sell right there. Next up, I did a trade with OldSkoolBrian, and I'm sure most of you guys already know him and are subscribed to him, but if you're not, definitely check him out. He's got an amazing collection, great videos, great guy. Definitely check him out. There will be a link in the description. But I traded him for a copy of RBI Baseball for the NES. And I needed this because I have the box and manual, and when I opened it, there was a copy of Bases Loaded in there instead, so I needed this to complete that, so I'm happy to get that from him. And then, let's see, I did a trade with BizzNes17. I'm sure a lot of you guys know him, but also a link will be in the description. Check him out. He picks up a lot of awesome stuff. He does like these garage sale finds. Like every weekend, him and his friend go garage sailing, and they always get really great deals, and videos are really well done. So definitely check him out too. Like always, every link will be in the description below. But we did a trade, and there's a note here, so let me read that first. He says, "Hey man, thanks for the trade. I hope everything gets to you safely, and hope you're able to get this one game to play in your system, even though it wouldn't play in mine. I threw in a few extras just in case it doesn't actually work. It's not much, just bits and pieces of games, but I figure since you collect PS2 and I don't, that you're more likely to find what's needed to complete the games. Anyway, thanks for the trade, and I'm looking forward to another one in the future. Justin of BizzNes17." So, I'll go through the extras that he threw in first. and then get to what we traded for. First up, we have an insert for Micro Machines V4, an insert for Manhunt, an insert for Quake 3 Revolution, and an insert and manual for Metal Gear Solid 2. And then he also threw in disc-only copies of Need for Speed Pro Street and Devil May Cry 2. And then he also threw in, this is actually pretty cool, it's a Dark Cloud demo disc. And I don't know if this came with, like, PlayStation Magazine, or if it came with another game or whatever, but I thought this was really cool. I have a couple other demo games, so this is a cool one to add to the collection. And then what we traded for is a stack of PS2 games, and as you read in the note, he doesn't collect PS2, and obviously I do. I'm going for a complete collection, so there's still a bunch of titles I need. And so I traded for these here, and there is Monopoly Party. These are all complete Black Label. Mountain Bike Adrenaline, Jeopardy, and he said that he couldn't get this one to play in his system, but it's not in bad shape, so I mean, it looks like it might have been resurfaced at one point, but probably by one of those like disc doctor things, not a professional resurfacing, but I can easily get that buffed out if I ever want to play it, which I probably won't. Barbarian, never heard of this game, and I thought it looked really cool. Oh, there's a Spyro the Dragon manual in there. I did not know that was in there because I haven't opened these yet, so very awesome. I can definitely use that. Guitar Hero 3, and you're probably wondering why I got this, because, I mean, I already have a copy, but I just picked up that Guitar Hero 3 guitar in the box, and it was missing the game. So even though I already have the game, I thought I'd just get it, because it's super cheap. You know, I can put one in the box with the guitar, and then have one on the shelf with the rest of the games. Then we have Cabela's Legendary Adventures. I think this is like my 5th or 6th Cabela game now for the PS2. Then we have Hasbro Family Game Night. Then we have two more. These ones are actually pretty cool. First we have Parappa the Rapper 2. Very happy to get that one. And then this next game is a sealed game. And I originally thought that I already had the game, not sealed. I thought that I had it just as a complete copy. And so I was picking it up thinking this will be just an extra sealed copy that I can, you know, have in the collection. But it turns out I didn't even have this game in the first place, so it works out. And that is Guitar Hero World Tour. And it doesn't have like the little thing on the top there, so he said he thinks that it's probably a pack-in game, and that's totally fine with me. It's very cool to have another sealed PS2 game. So Guitar Hero World Tour. So thank you for the trade. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see what I traded him, check out his channel. I don't know when he's going to be posting the video, but obviously it's probably posted by now. I didn't even think about that I have so many videos lined up that this one's not going to be out for a long time after I film it. So, but definitely check out his channel and OldSkoolBrian. Next up, I guess I'll show you this stuff. I went to Target, and my intention was to pick up the last Mario toy that I needed to complete that set, which was Mario. And when I got there, they had more that I don't remember seeing, so what I thought was the last one I needed was not. So I ended up picking up 3 more, and I really think that this is it. Unless, for some reason, there's another one, which would be crazy. Hopefully, this is it. So first up, I picked up a yellow Yoshi. I picked up a regular Mario. And I picked up the Fireball Cap Mario. And this is just a little clip that I took of all of them together. I'm probably not going to be stacking them like that. I'm probably going to have to switch it around to make it look a little better, because They have little hang tabs on the top, and stacking them up like that makes them want to fall forward unless I push them back like in a weird way. It's all just kind of weird. So I might be switching that up, but that's all the ones I have. Hopefully that's all of them. If not, you know, I'll pick up the rest. I'm thinking if there is any more, there might be a red Yoshi. Is the only thing I can think of. But yeah, so very cool to have those. And next up, I went to the pawn shop today, and the only reason I went is because I went to the post office, which is right by the pawn shop. So I decided to stop there on my way home, and this is before I went to the garage sale. I'm really glad I went though, because I got a really awesome deal on some stuff. First up, I picked up 007 Everything or Nothing for the PS2, complete black label, and I didn't have this game, and it was only 99 cents, if you can see that. So another game for the PS2 collection. They had a bunch of new Wii games in, and they had this one, which obviously doesn't have a case, but I opened it, and it says Wii Sports Resort, if you can read that. So I got that, and it's pretty scratched up. I don't know if it'll work without being resurfaced, but it was only $1.99. I don't know if you can see that, but for $2 for like a $20 game, even if it doesn't work right now, I can get it resurfaced, and that's a great deal. I also picked up another Wii game, and this one's for the collection. I didn't have this game, and for a complete copy on eBay, you're looking at $25 to $30, and I paid $10 for this, and that is Donkey Kong Barrel Blast. It's complete. Unfortunately, they wrote on the disc. I think they just started doing that. They always write on the case to match up the disc with the case, but I guess they started writing on the discs now, which is really unfortunate, but it is complete, and I have played this before. I used to mod Wii's like way back when they first came out, and this is one of the games that I had downloaded, and I played it, and it's actually pretty cool. It's kind of like it's a racer, kind of like Diddy Kong Racing or something, but you use the Wii remotes, and you move them like this, and that controls Donkey Kong's hands, and you hit the barrels, which are actually, they look like the bongo drums for the GameCube, and that propels you. But yeah, very awesome to have that. And then I picked up a see-through pink Game Boy Advance, and this one has the battery cover. It had batteries in there, so I turned it on, tested it, and it works. My voice cracked there, but it works. The screen is a little scratched up, but that's fine. This was $15, but he gave me 10% off, so I got this for $13.50. And then I got two Game Boy games for $1.99 each, and I tested them both before I bought them on the system, and they both save. And saying that, you can probably guess what they are, but that is Pokemon Red version and Pokemon Yellow version. And $2 each for these is a great deal. Pokemon Yellow usually sells between 20 and 25, and Red usually sells between 15 and 20, especially in saving condition. So that's very awesome, great deal. For all the stuff from the pawn shop, I spent like $35, which is really good. I should be able to sell the Game Boy, the two Game Boy games, and the Wii Sports for about $60 to $75, I'm thinking, which is very awesome. So next up, I got another thing off eBay, and this was posted with a buy it now of $65, and I got them to take $55, and that was with free shipping. So first up, there is a silver SP in really nice condition. That came with the charger and the instruction manual for the system, which I have a boxed SP. I'm pretty sure it has the paperwork, but if it doesn't, then I have that to put in there. Came with two cartridge-only games, Crash Bandicoot, The Huge Adventure, and Final Fantasy Tactics. And all that stuff there is going to be to resell. I basically wanted the auction for the 4 complete in box games that it came with, and very happy to have these. So first up is Earthworm Jim, and I've played the Earthworm Jim game on the N64, but I've never played the Game Boy one. I probably won't because I'm not a big fan of handheld gaming besides the Pokemon games, but I thought that was a pretty cool title to add to the collection. It's got a little damage on the front, but other than that, it's in really good shape, and it is complete. The next one is Rayman, Hoodlum's Revenge. Another, I think, to be a cool title for the Game Boy to have boxed. It's a pretty popular character. So, I mean, my Game Boy Advance collection, or my Game Boy collection, isn't the biggest. I think I have, combining Game Boy with Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance, I have like 55 to 60 games, which, I mean, that might seem like a lot to some people, and of course having them all boxed, but compared to my other collections, like my NES collection or my PS2 collection, that's actually a small amount of games. But, yeah. Rayman, Hoodlum's Revenge. I also got Rayman Advance, and this one is probably the second best condition box out of the four. This one, I mean, I've never even heard of this game before the auction, but just another cool title to have. And the last one, this one's probably the best condition box out of them all, and that is Lady Sia. And this one's kind of weird because it, like, when you open the box from the top, usually the flap closes near the front of the box, but on this one it closes near the back, which is kind of weird. But pretty cool. This one actually looks pretty fun, and it's only for Game Boy Advance, so that's pretty cool. I never heard of this game either before getting it, but very awesome to add those 4 box games to the collection. I think all are pretty nice titles to have. They're not super common, but they're kind of, you know, besides Lady Sia, they're all kind of popular characters, which I think is pretty cool. Next up, this is going to be, yeah, this is the last stuff I have to show you, and I did a trade with someone on YouTube. They don't have any videos, but their YouTube name is FalconPunch, and we did a trade, and I got the stuff in today, and it originally started out that they contacted me and they wanted to donate something, and we ended up working out a trade, which is always very awesome. So, they sent a note here. They say, "Hey Cooper, thanks for doing the trade. I've really been wanting those games. Hope the package gets to you in great shape. I was going to throw in a few things, but there wasn't enough room. Maybe next time. Enjoy the games. Happy collecting, Dakota." So, very awesome. I keep all the notes that I get from all you guys when we do trades and everything. And originally he wanted to donate something, and this is what he wanted to donate. And it is a Nintendo carrying case. And this is meant to hold the NES system and, you know, your controllers and cords and games, and obviously to carry it. Most likely when kids would go to their friend's house, they want to take it over. Very cool though. It's red, yellow, and blue, which for me I think kind of are like the colors of what I would think of to be like 80s gaming or like early Nintendo stuff. It just kind of reminds me of that, which is very cool. It zips up, it's got a pouch on the front, and it zips up here where you hold the system and everything. And it's very awesome. Never seen one of those before, so very cool to have that in the collection. And then we worked out a trade for a bunch of other stuff. And before I get into that, he threw in 2 extras here. First up, he threw in a, put a little note here, Game Boy Advance Pokemon Game Shark. So, a Game Boy Advance Game Shark, I've never seen one before, and this one doesn't have like any markings on it or anything at all, so I'm guessing it's probably like a third party, but still very cool. I've never seen a Game Boy Advance Game Shark before. He also threw in an original Xbox memory card, which is really cool. I only have one of these, and I will be keeping this. And the only time I've ever needed an Xbox memory card is when I'm trying to take my Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind profile to my friend's house and play it over there. So, I mean, very cool to have another one of these. I keep like all the memory cards I get, so that's very awesome. they're not that easy to find either. Next up, I got one N64 cartridge that I needed, and that is Quake. And I have the box. I think I have the manual. I at least have the box for this game, if not the manual as well, but I was missing the cartridge. So I got this from him, and as you can see, it's pretty beat up, but I didn't have it, and I figured, you know, this can just be my copy for now until I find a new one. It's not like a rare game or anything, so I shouldn't really have trouble finding it, and yeah. Next is a GameCube game. That is Super Mario Sunshine. And it's not complete, it's missing the manual, but these health and safety precaution booklets, if I can get it out, these come with every GameCube game, and I'm trying to get it. I'm like, basically whenever I buy GameCube games that are like doubles, or I don't need the games, I always keep these and put them in my games to hopefully complete, or at least, you know, at least have one of these in all of my GameCube games. So I mean, Mario Sunshine's cool, but honestly, this is what I really want. Next up are, I guess I'll show you the NES game. There's one NES game, and that is The Legend of Zelda. And this is the gold cartridge version, and that came with the manual and the map, and it also came in one of these blue plastic Nintendo cases, which is very cool. I do keep these, and I use them for, I think I have 3 blue ones and a clear one so far, but I keep most of my rare games in these. Like, I have my my Fire and Ice in them, Dragon Warrior 3 and 4, stuff like that. So these are always useful for me. Then we have 4 Super Nintendo cartridges. First up we have, well, I think it's Wizardry 5, but on the front it has V1. Oh no, okay, in the Wizardry logo there's a sword going through it, and the handle looks like a 1, but just Wizardry 5. Someone's calling me. I'll call them back. Then we have The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. Then we have Super Bomberman 2, and I was on eBay and I found a box and a manual, and it was on bids, and I lost it by 50 cents, and I put my highest bid at $10 plus whatever the shipping was, and I thought I was going to win it, and then right before it ended, someone bid and it sold for $10.50, which is very unfortunate, but I will be trying to track down a box and manual for this one. And then the last one is Lufia 2, Rise of the Sinistrals. Very awesome. Then there's 2 Game Boy games. First up is The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. Came in a plastic case. And I keep all my Game Boy games in the plastic cases as well, so I can definitely use that. And then also a copy of Pokemon Crystal. When we were going back and forth in the messages, I don't remember if this one saves or not, but I'll test that after the video here. And then there's 3 complete Super Nintendo games. We have NCAA Football, and I actually already have this game. I didn't bother checking before I asked to trade for it, but let's see. Well, I can already tell that mine is missing something. Let's see. Insert and manual. Obviously this one has the cartridge. Okay, there's a poster in there, which mine was missing, so that's cool, that I can complete mine. And actually, the box on the one that he sent me is in better condition, so that will be the one that I'm keeping. So very awesome. It's always cool to get, you know, box upgrades, and I didn't have that poster, so now my copy is more complete and in better condition, so very awesome. And then there's two other complete Super Nintendo games that I'm very happy to have. And they are Operation Europe, Path to Victory, 1939 to 45. Never heard of this game, but, you know, I'm going for a complete collection, so gotta get them all eventually. That one is complete. Manual's super thick on that one. And the other one is PTO, Pacific Theater of Operations. Another game I've never heard of. They both seem like they're probably like war strategy games. And this one's also complete with a really thick manual. So very, very awesome. Really happy to have those. I haven't been finding a lot of boxed Super Nintendo games recently, and my N64 and NES collection have both surpassed my Super Nintendo, which at one point was the biggest out of the three. So very awesome to get those. And the last game I got from him is a sealed Game Boy game. And this is my first sealed Game Boy game. I have sealed Game Boy Advance games, but not original. So this is very cool. And it does have an H seam. And it's a little crushed on one side and down the corner, but I'm really not complaining because it's very awesome. And that is Battletoads. A sealed copy of Battletoads. And I don't know how well you can see. If I push down a little bit, you can see it's kind of crushed, especially in this corner. But this side is just a little crushed. It's not horrible. There's no tears in the seal or anything. So, yeah, very awesome. Really happy to have this. I've got Battletoads on the NES, so now I've got a sealed copy on the Game Boy, so very awesome. So thank you very much for that trade. I really appreciate it. I would say check him out, but he doesn't have any videos. So, I don't know. if he wants to trade you, he's trustworthy. Since he didn't have any videos, I kindly asked for him to send first, and I got it in, so yeah, you can trust him, and definitely recommend a trade with him. So yeah, that's it for this pickup video. Thank you everyone for the trades, and I want to say thank you to all my subscribers. I've recently been getting a ton of subscribers. I know that I kind of like hyped up my pickup video 100, that 7-part special, which is, you know, has been over now for a while by the time this video is uploaded, but from that, I think I really gained a lot of subscribers, so I want to thank all you guys. Hopefully you stick around, hopefully you enjoy the videos. At the time of filming this video, I'm at 1,403 subscribers. So, like I said, I don't know exactly when this video will be up, but you can check now and see what I'm at, and that might be kind of interesting to see. So yeah, that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.